Good stuff.
That heifer right there just don't even care.
Save yourself now.
Action.
Hey, yo.
What do you say, folks?
Everybody.
Hope everybody having a fine Sunday evening. We're trying to get ourselves together here.
I was going to say, I hope it's more organized than our Sunday has been.
Probably not, but we're going to get through it.
Yeah, because it's almost over.
Yeah.
Because it's almost over, yeah.
Oh my, boy, that weekend went by fast, I tell you.
For some people, it drug on and on for us.
Yeah. But
that's it, Sarah. It's been a day.
Yes, that's a fine way to put it right there. Or really a few of them kind of thing, I guess, if you want to add them up. But
ever since Monday.
I mean, who's counting? About 7 or 8.
So I got a tally for you if you really want it. But hey, we're here.
Yeah.
So make the best of it. Make the best of it. Maybe DC will come in and we can all be grumpy together tonight.
Well, we'll try not to be. But the subject at hand probably will. And I imagine most everybody got a good idea on what it is, this and that. But we'll get through the prayer list and everything before we dive in all that.
Yeah.
But we were sitting here a few minutes ago and heard what we had thought, because we got the windows open. It's fine weather again. We had our 2 days of winter, like I said in the description. Thank goodness. It won't be back for a long, long time. And the dogs started raising Cain, and I could hear something outside, but I thought, since it's evening, the coyotes were firing up, is what I thought. And Hannah says,
there's something. There's something. Well, the more I listen, I'm like, that's a megaphone. Like, don't tell me the SWAT team is in Georgetown on a megaphone. And he goes outside and he comes back in and he's like, no, it's like a cop letting some kids play with his car or something. And I'm like, yeah, that's a logical explanation at 7:00 at night. But
I mean, there's a cop that lives down the dirt road not too far from here, and he's a mobile cop, this and that. And I was like, well, you know, we used to let kids play with the fire truck sirens and the ambulance and this and that. And I figured, you know, hey, dad's home. The kids are wanting to play with the police car. Okay, whatever.
So, but it starts getting louder, and I'm like, that's not kids playing. So I'm really thinking there's cops somewhere, like calling people out of a house or something. And so we walk out where we can see. And sure enough, pulling off the little dirt road right there is some local redneck with a megaphone in his old stick shift truck. And he's riding down the highway screaming on this megaphone coming out his window. What did he say? People are being mentally invaded in their homes. And I'm going back inside.
Mentally
I'm done with it.
and spiritually invaded.
Yeah.
And
But
down the road he
just
goes, just to screaming.
like
And we're like,
people are being mentally invaded in their home.
oh, well, let me tell you,
Darling, what invaded your mentality to make you want to ride down the road like that?
bless his heart, but he is invoking his First Amendments.
Gary said the end is near.
That's about
That's about what he sounded like. Go just, but after the fiasco on Messenger was like 10 minutes before that. I just told him, I was like, I'm going to make coffee. If you want to go live, I'm going to make coffee.
Y'all stand by. We'll talk about that one next, but we'll do the prayer list. And because some of y'all liable to fall out in your floor laughing your tails off on this one. It was a true bless your heart, please.
He said, on behalf of all the rednecks in the chat, we all don't have megaphones. It's cool if you own one.
Yeah.
But where it gets iffy is what you're riding around screaming at what time of night.
Yeah. I mean, your cows are out or one thing, but the aliens are here, and
I'm being mentally. I told Tim, I was like, I bet you he's ranting about TVs. I was like, well, we don't own a TV, so we own a TV, but we don't have access to watching TV, so that don't apply to us.
The 5G's in your brain.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, we have. We have definitely been praying for DC. I saw about his having to combine down to 8 colonies.
Yeah, he went 16 to 8 via message, and trying to get everybody through on that.
Philip hit the like button early because he's being optimistic. Don't blow it, but
I'm gonna do my best not to. Well, there are some pictures I'm gonna try to show y'all in shortly, but y'all just bear with us. Yeah. We appreciate you.
Okay, let's see. All right, Mr. Mark and Miss Crystal, Ed and his family, Mr. Pat, the Dirt Rooster's dad, and hey, if y'all do the Book of Faces, you should go read Randy and Miss Elizabeth. They both. Did you see it?
I seen it yesterday. Yeah, I read it.
They did some posts. Mr. Pat was in a car wreck, and they said he's okay, but y'all should really go check out their little stories they put on there. All right, Miss Deb, Mike Tangway and his family. DC's mama has been on here, but we're adding DC for his honeybee issues right now. Let's see, Rachel Wilson, her sister Amanda, their niece Riley, Philip's mama, his friends BJ and his wife, Bobby's Bees and his family, the Gandy family, Hillbilly Earl, our favorite Miss Leona, Steve Amos's father-in-law, PJ and his family, Catherine's son and his family, Sarah and her family, Mr. Randy's mother-in-law, Miss Janae Wood, Kenneth and Chris Wilkinson, the Berlin family, Redfish's wife, Miss Janet, Kenneth Allen, Miss Dolores Pepperuki, Denny Ray, Keith Laramore's wife, Miss Brenda, Steve-O, Rodney Middleton and his family, Philip's cousin's family, Lee's cousin Stephanie, Dan Garrison's daughter, Miss Jolynn, Clay Bunner's grandbabies, Keith Laramore's cousin, Mr. Russell Amon's wife, Miss Brenda, Mike Berry, Lee's mama, Miss Brenda Johnson, Tom and his family, Barnhill's wife, Miss Connie, David Hoskins' granddaughter Emma, Greg Dunn, John Lawler, 33 Mile Phil's mama, Mr. Russell Koopman's granddaughter, Tim's brother Jamie, Joseph Shows, Mr. Dan and his church, Shawi, Jen's dad, Gary Stewart, Michelle Gurley, Lee's wife, Miss Renee, Castle Hives Brian and his family, Sarah's daughter's friend Stacy and her kids. And Sarah said the other day, texted me and said that Stacy was doing better, but she still needed some prayers. Blaine's great nephew, Dennis Sherrill, and he said earlier, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but he said his surgery went really good. So told him we're going to switch to praying about his recovery now.
Indeed. Glad to hear that, Cap.
Yeah. And then Sarah texted me too this week, and Sarah, I can't remember the man's first name, but the Butler family farm. I think you said it was Jerry.
Mm.
But we're on my phone and I forgot to look. But then Tampa's Creek Homestead. Oh, I did remember right, Jerry. Okay. So Jerry and then Tampa's Creek. Miss Pam.
No, Mr. Dan, we were saying, had his nephew and the Coasties with the United States Coast Guard. They just went out for 4 months of drug interdiction down the western coast.
Ooh.
Indeed, pray for those men and women's safety as they complete their task at hand.
Oh my word. Well, that's good news. It hadn't spread.
Good deal.
For Stephanie. Did you read it?
Well, I was trying to smash the button. And
So her PET scan came back. It hasn't spread. It's just still in the remaining 10% of her stomach, so they're talking about chemo soon. Well, we will surely be praying for her still. Now, that's good to hear, Keith. I've been worried about him.
well, hey, we,
Right, Mr. Davis.
yeah, Mr. Dan, yeah. Y'all, if there's anybody we need to add to, or you got a praise report on things, and that means we can take them off or continue prayer for their health to continue to improve, I guess what I'm trying to say on that. But yeah, especially good to hear folks getting better.
Absolutely. Always good to hear people getting better. There's Danae. I knew she was coming back.
Well, while she's in here, Miss Danae, once again, has sent some.
Brighten my day.
Let me tell you something. All right, y'all, look, we're way down
Way
here.
down south.
Yeah, we're just about as far as you can go without falling off the edge of the earth because it's a flat earth, and it all stops right there at the
You
beach.
don't cause me to spit my coffee
But,
on my nose.
All right, the weathermen and women, I'm going to blame both sides this time. Talking, oh, you're going to be able to see the northern lights from Mobile, Alabama, this and that. They're coming in. It's going to be a beautiful show, blah, blah, blah. We've never seen it. We've always wanted to see them. And stood outside. Well, no, we turned the lights off and we opened up the window right there so we could sit in our chairs comfortably to look until they got here. Well, they never showed up at the times they said they was going to. So went outside, stood out there a little while, seen a UFO. Honestly, a UFO, because I don't know what it was. But there was a unidentifiable flying object in the air.
There was, and if it had been in range, it would have been introduced to my 12 gauge. I ain't even joking. That thing was creeping me out.
But went through that. No northern lights. We gave up. About 10:30 that night said it's a big lie, a hoax.
I was so mad.
But Danae,
she made up for it.
She sent us some to show us here. And buddy, you talk about pretty up there in their part of the country. I imagine many others, y'all seen them as well. And y'all's neck of the woods.
Kathy saw on Thursday. They said it was pink. Some people up in Citronelle, just north of us, seen them. But we didn't see nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. Stayed up till, what, like 11 o'clock or something?
Because they said, but well, between 8.
Because that's like top on my bucket list. Like, I want to see the Northern Lights so bad. But I don't know if I can make it through Alaska to see the Northern Lights.
Well, Gary, Hannah's not a bad shot, though. That would be the downfall for who's ever out there.
I don't do prescription drugs either. Oh, we're good on that. Yeah, you best not.
Okay. My bad.
What?
I didn't read the one above it. I thought he was talking about you being a bad shot, but what Gary was saying
with the message above.
My bad, brother. I got you now.
She was a bad shot.
Yes, it's a good thing for him. That's right.
Oh, Sarah's doing an Aurora Borealis diamond painting. I want to see a picture of that when you get done. I bet that's going to be awesome.
Especially if you got some pictures around the house and you can do something like you've seen there and do your own little deal of it. I don't know. I never thought we'd ever, the only time I'd ever be able to see a northern light is if I went to the border of U.S. and Canada kind of thing. Or you go to Alaska. Everybody says, oh, you can see them from Alaska. Mm-hmm. I've never heard of even old timers talk about seeing them down here. Kind of thing.
No, my grandma lived down here for 90 years and she ain't never seen them.
So
never even heard about seeing them. Philip said when I was canoeing in Canada, I got up at midnight to see them and nothing.
See, Philip had the same room.
Put out.
Yeah.
I mean, put out.
I've been one of them, Lord.
She said everything's moving south. I know, but the people need to stop. No joke. The people need to stop.
Well, they need to.
I bet that one from earlier wasn't from down here. I know she wasn't, Jasper.
Oh, Baker's Bee saying they saw them in Iceland.
Oh, my word. I bet that was an experience.
Well, I mean, Gary, that's pretty well the same thing. Even me going through school, you know, oh, the Northern Lights is up there, Alaska, Canada. If you ever want to see it, that's where you want to go, so on and so forth. But, I mean, the only cool astronomical thing, or whatever you call it, with space, was I did see the stars fall on Alabama. And that happens every, I don't know, 150 years or something like that, what they call it. But that was a pretty cool celestial event. Y'all bear with me just 1 second.
Whatever text and update.
Yep, okay. You want read it out there?
Or? If that's okay.
Let us know if it's all right to share that info. You know who you are, the one that just sent us that message. But yeah, the stars falling on Alabama, that was pretty cool sight. I mean, it was just all night long. You seen falling stars, just, I don't know, it was crazy. But maybe one day we'll be able to see the Northern Lights. This is about the 3rd or 4th time that it's been here, but we miss it every single time. We even drove to the old place time before last. Sat out there.
Till like almost midnight, didn't we?
Yeah. Then the clouds rolled in.
Yeah.
Ended that. But okay. Now look. Back to where we was a second ago. On the Book of Faces. You ready?
I'm still and just
Bum
what?
fuzzle. So
I felt bad for the person.
somebody hit us up on the Book of Faces the other day and said, y'all do the bee removals. So we replied to the woman's message because somebody tagged us, and we told them, said, yes, ma'am. So we was texting with this lady back and forth, trying to get info, where it was, this and that. Catch a falling star. Fill my hat up. But what the kicker was somebody else messaged us that we had no idea. Apparently, she just seen the original Book of Faces post and said, hey, I'm going to ask these people about honeybees. So
She did.
she did. And
She did.
you tell it, because you can remember pretty well word for word what she said, or you can happily read it off our messages and really let the people know where this went.
Well, how did it start? But she said
Just go
something
to the
about
message. Yeah. Y'all bear with. Let us get to the deal here.
it. It was something. Maybe it's was looking to get bees of their own and wondering if we have a specific place for them. I didn't really know what they meant by that. So I was like, we set up an apiary and we just keep bees on our property, basically. And this person apparently got a box from some a box.
A high box.
I'm not positive. I'm sticking with a box. I'm not going to specify the kind of box.
Well, you're right.
Because I'm not sure. And they let me know that they had a box and wondered if we had any bees that needed a home. No. We don't. I love my bees. No. So told her, or them, I don't even know who it is, but told them, you'd be better off waiting until spring to try to buy your first hive. You really don't want to start right now, this time of year. The next message was that I have a greenhouse. Wouldn't that be the perfect place to put a box of bees for the winter? No.
Yeah.
You don't want to lock them in a greenhouse. It's like that's not a good plan at all. And I just kind of let it go. I just told them, I was like, I started getting worried about the bees that they might come across. And I was like, maybe you should find a beekeeper near you and see what they have to say about where you should buy bees. Because it's not going to be here.
Perhaps shadow someone before you dive off into the.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, you need to find a beekeeper near you that can give you a lot of pointers and maybe let you work with them before getting bees of your own.
So I'm still kind of stunned.
Mr. Dan said they always regret asking a beekeeper about bees because no one has 2 hours of ear time. Well, I'm going to tell you, the greenhouse question just knocked out my 2 hours. Let me tell you about bees. At all. I was going to say for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, man. Well, that's been our Sunday evening, y'all. All
Yeah.
the people
So,
of South Alabama and wherever in the world on the Book of Faces. They are.
keep your bees in the greenhouse
Don't do that.
and get your megaphone and tell them about it. Is what our day has been.
I don't know if exciting would be the word I'd use, Sarah.
It was kind of
More
shocking.
like just what is happening in this town. Just what is happening in this town.
I mean, and Grant, I don't want to beat on anybody too bad or discourage anybody.
No, because some
But
people are helpable.
they are.
That's why I suggested finding a beekeeper.
But I guess the common sense thing, even if I hadn't been fooling with these things or we hadn't been fooling with these things, if somebody said, hey, can you keep them in a greenhouse until the winter time's gone? I'll be like, I don't think you probably could, so they can go out and
I'm
forage.
just thinking
But
a greenhouse that's not like a climate controlled. I don't know. Maybe they saw something on YouTube about like Canada beekeepers that have to put them in a barn in the winter
yeah, but
or a shed
that's cold.
or whatever.
We have hot weather here. We don't have
That's true.
those kind of winters. Rarely. We did Tuesday, then it changed Wednesday.
Oh my gosh, Janae, it's getting to be entirely too common. Like entirely too common. You probably suffocate poor bees.
Mm.
Oh, he ain't never far away at all.
Okay.
He's snoring now.
Now the topic at hand. We got through our this and that.
Oh, I remember everybody talking about that Mr. Dan, but I did not remember his name.
Who was it?
I can't remember. It was somebody on one of Charlie's lives.
Yeah. I can't remember that dude's name. I forgot all about that.
I can't either. If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you. But you asked me, so it went away.
We'll go back and review it.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. Imagine most of y'all
probably would know.
Seen this or it popped up in your feed, this and that, but I'll give a highlight for anybody that hasn't seen it yet. I caught it from a news clip. It was sent to me this morning. Rodney sent it to me that I guess some kind of gentleman that does legal advice on YouTube done it, and Rodney sent it to me this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But the gentleman down there in Florida that he had about 20 colonies sitting on his land. Somebody come in and bought a lot next to him. Well, lo and behold, did the gentleman know that the folks that bought the land next to him had cleared a bunch of it off, and on top of, had someone come and remove the 20 colonies that were what he thought, or he says he thought, was on his land. Well, lo and behold, the fellow was clearing off another man's property and took the bees off that same man's property. Didn't belong to him. Got rid of them. So apparently the man tried to call the law. They come out, looked at it, this and that. And I believe they said this happened in July. But I guess things are really kind of starting to come out now. But since then, the law undoubtedly has just kind of closed the case on the situation and says, oh, this is pretty well going to be a civil matter, if you will. But it fired me up pretty good. First of all, this is a man that is in his mature age.
Gary said that he made a living with them.
Yeah, 'cause it was like, I don't know. So far, he was down. I believe they figured it up just like a minimum of $16,000 roughly.
DC.
And undoubtedly, like I said, the law said, well, this is going to be a civil matter now, even though the fellow that bought the new land said, hey, I had somebody come get these things and they wouldn't mind and they wasn't on my property. And so on and so forth. If you want the whole story, I imagine it will pop up on your feed, or somebody can throw a link in here to one of the videos that's been put out about it. But here's the rub. First of all, doing that man like that is in his 80s,
You should be ashamed of yourself.
100% you should be ashamed of yourself to do anybody like that, but especially a man or a woman they're in their retirement years and that's their little bit of income coming in. And you allegedly had your land surveyed so you know where the property lines are. And undoubtedly, you decided to carry on and go beyond your boundary, if you will, and take from another man. But my point is 100% of that could have been avoided. And that man never could have had to go through any of this bullcrap that he's having to go through.
Robin said it would be different if his hives were not labeled and marked.
Bingo. Because just as everybody else, if you register with the state, you got to tell them how many colonies you got to have. In Alabama, you're supposed to either have it burned or a sticker or something on there saying who you are and this and that. And I imagine everybody else has got the same or similar deal as far as laws and this and that. But we got the technology nowadays to where all you got to do is go look at a property maps and it gives you the land tax and everybody's name information, the property value, the assay, the whole everything on your land. The fella that decided to take from this other gentleman, all he had to do was look up and go, I wonder whose land this is, and let me see first before I do anything if this individual has their stuff on my property. Then if so, let me contact them and say, hey, look, I believe this is on my property. You can dispute the land. Okay, once you figure that out, you go, well, look, I was mistaken. Surveying was wrong. I apologize. Appreciate you. And you both could have went on about your merry way. But unfortunately, somebody decided to take advantage of this man. And the worst part of it, the law that's supposed to be there to protect people. I mean, whether you want to do trespassing, stealing from somebody, whatever you want to do as far as pressing charges on that, property damage, so on and so forth, the law should have stepped up and said, look, get this man his stuff back in X amount of time. If not, we're going to come pick your tail up in 24 hours. Then you can argue your point in front of a judge.
And you're going to stand here and you're going to count my bees and you're going to make sure every one of them come home, mister.
Well, everything, every piece of equipment, just as it was whenever you took it from here, kind of thing.
I'm not kidding. I'd make a joke or count my honeybees.
But what would you do if you was in that situation to where you tried to go the right route, you tried to do everything you was supposed to do? Would it be one of those times where you just call up the good old boys and say, hey?
Brian said that that was no mistake. They knew what they were doing and did nothing to fix it till the news got involved.
Bam. That's it. 100%. So was it one of them situations where men in that community should rather rally up around that man and go get what's his.
But how does he know where they went?
You can find out where they went. People love to talk
But
nowadays.
that takes time.
Well, time is all I need.
He sees through lead, bread, and honey beans.
That's it.
I like that. That's pretty good.
But there's one thing in not knowing in something, especially something along those lines, you should inquire. A decent individual, I imagine, would be like, well, let me find out who owns the property right next to me here, and let's kind of figure out what's going on. And then, if your property boundaries are messed up, then that's something you should really take up with your surveyor and chew their tail out.
But still, even if it wasn't on his property, give the man a chance to move his bees. Because it could have been an honest mistake on his part.
It could have been.
But that was not an honest mistake.
No, they willingly took advantage of this man and done that man wrong.
I hope they get it right. I really hope the man gets his stuff back. There ain't no telling how long he'd had them bees or that equipment.
That man said in the video that he'd been tending to bees since he was 10 years old. He was 80 plus years. So 70 years he's been tinkering with bees in one way or another. That's what that man was saying.
He
Then,
said pew.
I mean,
Mm.
I got to be careful what I say, but
Mm-hmm.
You come take from me, and especially you take from my table.
My bees.
Yeah, I mean, just anything, period, though. But yeah, your bees, especially, I mean, that's your livelihood. That's what keeps the power going. That's what keeps the food on the table. And the list goes on and on. So, I just got to be careful what I say.
Mm-hmm.
Most of y'all know.
I'm not taking the behavior adjustment classes.
Me neither, because I already been flagged one time about this and that. But
have you really? You didn't tell me.
Let's see. Gary said if there was a vacant lot beside him that had been used for anything, I wouldn't blame him for using it for the bees. At least he was maintaining the part of the property for the owners.
But that was the thing. It wasn't even on a vacant lot, was it? It was on his own property. Yeah. The bees were on his property.
The bees were on his property, and the trees and shrubs, I'm assuming, that were torn down, a portion of that was on that man's property too. So they went on and went through and cleared up some of the land, which in some way, I don't know, depending on what it was, they'd be like, hey, I appreciate you. I've been wanting somebody to do that for years, but I need my bees back, kind of thing. You're going to have to eat what you cut through here. I'm not paying for that, but you're going to give me back what you took.
You didn't do it, Rodney. He's been like this since he's seen it this morning.
I was, because literally, brother, we was coming back from, we had to run some errands this morning for somebody, and whenever we was coming back, I don't know, I just finished telling Hannah about it, because we had pulled in the driveway, and I was standing in, I ain't even opened up the gate yet, and I was fussing at her, well, not at her, but to her about it, and I promise it wasn't 2 or 3 minutes later, my phone dings from a text message, and it's Rodney. And I looked and I seen the video, and I was like, oh, he done got hold of it too.
You see his screaming words over here. Buckshot and rocks. Well, hey, Redfish.
What you say?
I've been y'all forever now. Hope y'all are doing good.
But unfortunately, the way law is nowadays, it protects the criminal and not the victim. And if you take
Mhm.
and do stuff in some states, still, at least down here, for the most part, you can still protect yourself and your property. If you catch
Especially if
somebody,
you don't call 911.
yeah, kind of thing.
Oh, DC, them things ain't no joke. I'd near about rather have less.
Well, that's it. I mean, they said the gentleman had been on some kind of medical leave because he was, I guess, like a door greeter or something like that at Walmart, and he ended up having some kind of health issues and kind of had to be, wasn't able to work much anymore on that. And so that's how he continued to make it to pay his bills. And
DC is being vicious.
you can, I mean, that's well, I mean, hey, I know there's a lot of
Ice
fired up
cubes
people.
frozen in a paintball.
The same thing. That would bring some pain.
It would. Still, the ammo don't last long. Hey, Larimore. Hey, no worries, Redfish. I didn't mean it like that. We just been worried about y'all. Another surgery coming Tuesday.
Well, we got y'all down, and
Surely be praying for you. Larimore hadn't seen any more of that little baby goat.
mhm.
We told him I got the hug one, didn't we?
Well, there's my rub. Oh, hold up, hold up. Got another mess. Stand by. We should be able to read this into you.
In Florida, stealing a beehive is a felony offense punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a mandatory fine of $10,000. And he had close to 20 hives, so that should have been a count for each hive.
Mm-hmm.
The act is classified as grand theft, and the exact charges depend on the monetary value of the stolen property. He got a cop that didn't want to do his job.
That's exactly what it was.
I don't know, officer. It must have hailed. Must have hailed when nobody's looking, wasn't it, DC?
Mm-hmm.
Just tell them, hey, if they can get the northern lights in Mobile, Alabama, you gonna tell me a surprise hailstorm ain't possible?
But
I know that was one of the first things out of my mouth to Tim was, well, if they sold 20 hives in boxes, I mean, at least one box per hive, probably at least 2 boxes per hive. You talking a chunk of money between bees and equipment. I was like, that had to be a felony level just from the money value. I was like, what gets me is if you walked into a supermarket or a shopping mall and you tried to walk out with that much money worth of merchandise you didn't pay for, you think the cops are going to tell the store owner it's a civil suit? No, they're going to take you to jail in handcuffs right there. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a cop.
well,
I don't have the patience to be a cop in this day and age.
they know who it is or who bought the land there, this and that. Folks know that much
I
at
think
least.
everybody heard about that today, and it made everybody mad.
Well, I mean, as it should, especially
Especially for an elderly man.
yes. Period. Don't mess with the elder kind of thing. We out there supposed to be helping them folks in any kind of way. Now, granted, most of them are hard headed as can be and still will tell you, no, son, I don't need no help. Knowing they need the help, but they still going to tell you, no, son, I'm good. I'll get by with it. Or, no, ma'am, same thing. But, it would just be on my end, one of them. If I found out around here somebody like that, it would be make a couple phone calls and say, hey, just say somebody did that to Mr. Donnie.
What state was it?
It's down in Florida somewhere. If the law wouldn't do nothing to it, then it would be time to, y'all, let's just load up and let him pick out from your house the same amount.
Said the Tampa Bay area.
Is that where it was? Okay.
Larimore said somebody backed right into his friend's apiary last April and took 16 four-way mating nukes, and the law ain't done nothing.
That sounds typical. Nowadays, anyway. So, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of them. I'm not a perfect man by no means, but I do my best to live by the word. And it's one of them. Well, if you just stole from me just because, and I find out it's you, then of course, if the law don't want to do nothing, then here's what's going to happen, kind of thing.
I'm gonna whip you with my flip flop, and you gonna count out my honeybees as you return.
Well, 7 times of what you took, if we're going to go a route, kind of thing. So, my buddies here is going to supervise things as I pick out what I want.
That's it.
That's it, Larimore. Yeah. Indeed, Gary. You reap what you sow, and so shall you reap, as they say. I'm done. I just knew. I mean, no, they don't, Refuge. No, they don't. Especially whenever you got a mama coming behind one of them old bench seats in the car at you, trying to get you in line. Well, that's right too, Bill. Saying people know beehives are expensive, hard to trace back to the owners. Because it's going to take somebody that knows what they're doing to even fool with getting an amount of hives, if you will. Okay, teenage kids out cutting up one night, this and that, boys being boys, if you will. I double dare you to go get one. Now, I'm not condoning anybody to do that, but just trying to think rowdy teenagers, if you will, get a box and fling it on a truck and y'all cut down the road. Okay. But for somebody to come in and take 20 plus, or how many pallets was that Larimore said there? 16 four-way mating nukes. You know what you're doing. You ain't coming in there just trying to take and get you a colony, if you will. Somebody knows about the business. They know what kind of money can be made. And most likely just to fill their yard even more. But take care, Mr. Randy. But that's my fuss on it. And I see that many of you y'all feel the same way about things. Just don't come take it, man. If many of us, if we got it, we'll give it to you. If not, we'll find a way if you earnestly need, kind of thing, instead of a want. But other than that, ain't much happening around here with the bees and gun lines still. We went out, they flying. We've had some excellent, I will say this, some excellent orientation flights going on, especially last week. We got home about 2:30 one evening, and buddy, let me tell you what, they was out there just getting their GPSs ready and this and that. So it was encouraging to see most everybody doing good orientation flights. Yes, sir. If I give it to you, I can sleep. If you steal it, I ain't sleeping. I'm thinking about you. Let's see, Flower Street. Most beekeepers are honorable. It's a law of human distribution that there's a few in every group that aren't. And just like Miss Hannah said right there, that is very true. Unfortunately, there's bad apples everywhere, but it's bad to do to anybody, but take advantage or you do that to the youth that's trying, or you take and you do something like that to folks in retirement age. And I mean, there's a lot of folks out here, and we're some of those people that a lot of times it's week to week on a paycheck kind of thing, or day to day to get a paycheck. And if that's all you got, then that's all you got. And you're dependent on that. James said, all's his as snug as a bug in a rug for the winter. Good deal, bro. They talking about we supposed to get, I don't know, several days of rain this next coming week or so, but we'll see how that goes. Undoubtedly, they're still pulling on something out there because I went and put a new bucket of 1-to-1 and put a little bit of apis in there, and they still ain't touching it. Yellow jackets and the sugar ants are drinking off of it more than anything. We've yet to see a honeybee at that feeder.
Mm-mm.
So undoubtedly, the frost or the cold snap didn't get everything. It got a lot of stuff around here, but I don't guess it got everything because
It got my bleeding hearts.
they did get the bleeding hearts. They're done for this year, and they was looking good too, wasn't they?
Yeah, they're sad looking. They're really sad looking. Oh, but we did some experimenting with some more flowers in Coaster. I don't think they're dry yet. We can show you.
Those are.
Mom?
You should be able to take them out there.
Really?
What you call it? You want to get it? You want me to get it?
I got it.
Hey, bring the fire one too.
Yeah.
And the new one.
Are they all going to go?
I mean, we can. I think the fire one is, and the mom, the blues tacky, but you can leave it in the mold. We can show it if you want. But she'll be able to. But thank you, Miss Sarah, for reaching out. Officially, I guess she would be the first to purchase from us on this end. Then we sent Blaine, Texas beekeeper. He got him 2 of the dipper kind, and appreciate him reaching out to us as well on getting them. But I'm trying to get a few more made before. I guess we want to make a gallery of it, if you will, so y'all have several different options to choose from. But we'll see how they go. You got them? Let me see. Why are you doing that? Who's got a good video on making hot honey? I know Carl can do some good hot honey.
Ed did some.
Ed did some good hot honey. Who else we get hot honey from? Most of all the hot honey people sent us was
Brian,
really good.
No, Darren.
Darren, yeah, Pennsylvania Darren.
Hey, Lee makes hot honey too. Take care, Brian and Miss Kathy.
All right, let's see. Which one you want to do first?
My favorite of this batch.
And gentlemen, whenever we get done, I have not forgot about y'all. I got some ideas on it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Your turn.
Ooh, Rodney's doing. Are you doing homemade dumplings too? If you do homemade dumplings, I'll really be proud of you, Rodney. But look, y'all, the color's not really showing up. Maybe it will on the camera.
You can see a little bit.
It's like a sea green blue, but he took some of my grandma's mom's chrysanthemums.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, good for you, Rodney. And took the little petals and dried them and put them in there. I thought they turned out pretty.
And then we did
A flame one.
try to make it look like flames, like a hot honey, if you will. Let's see. Turn it that way.
The camera doesn't show them really good.
No, it's not, is it?
Mm-mm.
Then I don't know what we're going to call these. But there's some white and baby blues.
Oh, that's a good idea, Gary.
And then
I like this one.
this is pretty cool.
It's a zebra one.
Yep. It's black and white yesterday. Clear bottoms on them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the holder turned out. See if I can get it. Man, it's doggone light. There we go. A little bit better.
It looks like melted lollipops from a distance. The fire one. Yeah, James, you made me one. My one in the middle with the honeybee.
Mm.
The queen bee did not do good, but the worker bee, for whatever reason, the worker bee did really good. You see, he put it on a little flower stick. I don't know if it's gonna show up too well. That was like one of the very first ones he did.
Them things are so shiny, they
If
got a
you
glare
can
to them.
see it. Really?
That's what it's showing. But what I figured out, it's cool doing the honeybees. Let me see. But
They have a lot of air bubbles that come
yeah,
out. I told him it kind of looks like the little thought bubble blurb on a cartoon thing. And I had thought about I didn't think about like newer pennies, but I've got a couple of squished pennies that like I dug at my grandma's house, or both of us have dug before, but we'll have to do a walk around one day and show y'all. But like right in front of my grandma's house, it's just a paved walking trail now, but it used to be the old railroad tracks. And my daddy and his brothers used to, when they find Indian head pennies, they put them on the tracks and let the train squish them flat. And I think we've got about 3. Can't swear they're Indian heads because they smooth as a baby's butt, but we got about 3 or 4 of them squished pennies. I thought they would be pretty cool in one.
but what we are going to do, I found some old 380 lead in their shells, and which we don't have a 380 anymore. So I'm gonna tinker with them and put them in with some dippers and put the put them 380s in there. And I've seen some built up where people was using old brass shells and this and that, and it was pretty doggone cool looking. So I'm gonna tinker with a few of them and build, and then we got some.
Richard said they're elongated coins.
Yes,
They really are. They're pretty cool looking though.
there ain't too much left of them.
I wasn't sure what it was the first time I dug one. And I don't remember if I went and showed my grandma or if I went and showed Daddy.
I think it was
I
your
went and
daddy.
showed. Was it?
I think it was.
And he was like, "Oh, I bet that's one of one of the pennies we used to put on the train track."
Who else? Any of the rest of y'all have that old M&O railroad? That's the old railroad bed it was off of. Old Casey Jones come flying down through that thing a time or two. As a matter of fact, Casey Jones got married in Mobile County.
Yeah.
He got married right there in Whistler. Sure did.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Gary. Like fill the mold halfway with clear and then let it dry, put the pennies in and fill it back up.
Mm. I got some little, what do you call them things? Charm? I don't even know if you call them a charm or what, but I've got some of lead dispensers.
Bottling
Yeah.
tools or something.
Different kind of tools. And there's some that's got lead dispensers, pistols, long rifles, hammers, saws, all kind of other stuff in there. And they're supposed to be metal and this and that. I'm going to build some for the gentleman to set you cool beverages on.
Larry Morrison, make a big one and put a hive tool inside with a sign that reads "break in case of emergency."
That's a good idea, Keith. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
We'll build you the first one.
Hilarious.
Send it up there to him. Yep.
Oh man.
But here's my other idea. I was telling Hannah, I said, I'm thinking about getting some mason jars and kind of like the Let Your Love Flow shirts that Lee did, and take the jar and turn it on its side and look like honey is in that jar.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll take about 4 days to do it the way I'm wanting to do, because you got to let stuff sit, come back, do this and that. But make it look like honey's in the jar, but yet it's pouring out of the jar and has poured onto the table. And that way you'll have a solid piece that just looks like that, but it'll be nothing but a mason jar and the appearance of honey being poured out on it. But we got to find the little bitty mason jars.
That's pretty cool. I don't know if anybody does that anymore. My meemaw did that. Meemaw and Pawpaw did for all of like their grandkids. But they got like one of every coin from our. Remember Meemaw coming up and giving me that gallon bag of coins, and you just looked at it like, what the what?
Y'all just have to know Meemaw though.
Yeah, she did that. Like every single time one of us was born, she collected every coin from that year and saved it for us. I still have mine somewhere.
If there was a piece of costume jewelry made between 1960 and 1989, Meemaw had it. And it was...
She's like 4 foot tall, and she'd have more jewelry on than her body weight was. No joke. She was a one of a kind, that's for sure.
It got to where God love her after Laura called her on, and everybody is done with this and that, and the courts and the legal and so on and so forth. Everybody's doing what is requested of Meemaw's last rites.
And splitting everything between her 4 kids and 11 grandkids.
There's a bunch of you.
And it still got to the point where it was like there was just bags full of Meemaw's crap given as gag gifts every single time the family got together.
Especially Christmas, because you could hook everybody up.
It was like you got punished for coming to the family Christmas because you wasn't leaving without another bag of Meemaw's stuff that was left. Like, I think it took a solid 2 years to get rid of her rock garden.
Yes, it did.
No joke. Yeah, the woman made an actual rock garden in her yard.
She had some pretty stuff in there. She had different opals and what's the...
Fool's gold.
Yeah, and the...
She dug somewhere.
For the ones of you out there, Brian may know, or anybody out there in the Midwest, the...
Oh, wow, Gary, that's wild.
What's in... Where you got to saw it's a round rock, and you saw them in half, and it's got the little, what you call it on the inside, where it's real pretty.
I know the rock, but I can't remember the name of it. Like a cat, not cat eye or something.
I can't remember what you call them.
Mm-mm. She could spit it out.
Yeah, she had a bunch. I mean, she has some pretty...
Quartz.
Geo.
Okay, Brian said Geo.
I think so. But
I don't know.
They kind of look like a softball, I guess. They come in different sizes, but the rock looks round. Then you saw it in half, and whenever you open it up, it's all kind of different crystal-y colors and this and that. But yeah, She had a
bunch of
bunch of.
those. She had some really cool stuff, but just the whole collection
She
was
had a lot of
just
stuff.
Meemaw. It was just Meemaw.
Yeah.
It was funny though. Very funny.
That's where we're at on it.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't much of the beekeeping.
Not at all. Too much of nothing fun these days.
All right, James, let me.
Did you email him, James?
It may take a minute. Just got to bounce from tower to tower.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you what. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if I told you the other day, but Lee sent a video of some dudes that bought some Temu little jet boat things. And let me tell you what, we could have a blast at the river with them little jokers. And they was flying down that little creek with them. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's big enough for just one person. You ain't getting nothing else on it, but them old boys was moving down that little old river with it.
Bob joined a bee club.
Uh-oh.
I thought this was a bee club.
We're all a bee club. His local bee club.
I'm kind of scared to do that.
Yeah. That's one thing we ain't never ventured off in is getting into a club around here.
We have talked to beekeepers.
Yeah.
Before we got started. And we learned that greenhouses are not a good idea.
Greenhouses are not a good idea to put your bees in, people. You can, I guess, if you want to, but I suggest you black it out and have one entrance. Because if you put the clear stuff on the greenhouse, all your bees are going to do is bounce up and hit the top of the plastic, and just everybody's going to unalive in a few minutes because they're going to be so wore out trying to get out.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're not doing.
We're not doing that. I guess you could try it. See how it goes.
Gary said a 1997 Coleman in mint condition is probably worth $5,000.
What is it?
Mr. Dan said, I don't think a Temu jet boat would make it across Lake Erie.
I wouldn't test that, because is that the one? Is Lake Erie the one, or is it Lake Michigan where the Edmund Fitzgerald went across? And that big old thing didn't make it? It was one of the Great Lakes up there, I think it was. That's the old Edmund sunk on. But no, you may enjoy the ride for a few minutes going across there, but you probably regret it a mile or two into it. Well, there you go. Bob says, after my presentation, they handed me a check. I asked them to keep it. Just give me a membership. We'll start our bartering now. Ooh.
Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan. Okay.
Gary said, I seen them. I want one.
The little Temu boat. It's only like 500. Hey. That's what I want for Christmas. That's what I want for Christmas.
Gary, we don't make that kind of money. $500 is a lot of money to me.
Well, you're right.
What'd you say? Is that what you want for Christmas?
What I want for Christmas. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't had a Christmas present in a little while now.
I'll sell my mini bike and get that puppy. I'm telling you, that joker.
Oh, DC. Well, at least you'll have some extra honey, though. I know it's a lot of extra work, but extra honey's always a good thing.
Well, we're going to look at our silver lining somewhere.
3 deeps of capped honey. He said, I thought I was done with the honey, but he's got to get his extractor back out.
Well, try to look at that, I guess, in a positive way if we
He said
can.
at least the bees left me with the honey money to get new bees. That's a new one.
Well, that's where I was going to go with it. Have your little
That's
stash
it.
put back for springtime.
Well,
And
don't you
then,
have one lady that'll buy your honey in bulk? Ooh, there you go.
hey, put that American flag one up on in your deal there.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be
It's
hard
got a
pressed to use that one.
chainsaw engine. What?
Oh, the little jet boat. I think they're battery powered, like some kind. I guess it's like a car battery in that joker. I'll tell you, they were running about 30 miles an hour down that creek.
I know what. I think you're over exaggerating.
I'm not. I'll put the link up for somebody that don't believe me. Put it in there. Lee text it to me. Here we go.
What? I thought that was going to be Lee.
Rick says, strain it, keep the mice out. Bam. Have it
Oh,
ready
there
to
you go,
bottle.
DC. We need a chest freezer, like bad, because that was my morning yesterday. We got, my gosh, Jasper.
Mm.
I know, Rodney, but I'm out of coffee. So I'm making it an executive exception this time.
She put up, I don't know how many, 12 bags of
I
squash.
did 13 quarts of squash and 8 or 10 of some sweet corn on the cob and
Bell pepper. We got red bell
but
pepper.
I'm still waiting on their butts to turn right.
Yep.
I flipped
They
them
almost
over
ready.
though.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it. That kind of just seals the deal on knowing for sure on the shipping stuff. Because Brian at Flower Street told me that the Pirate, and Bob says he uses Pirate for his shipping and stuff too. So I think that's the one we're gonna go with.
I wish he'd keep them courtesy gifts to himself.
Because you remember when we went and mailed off Blaine and Sarah stuff, and Mr. Russell Amon in here?
He was.
He was. If you're still watching, Mr. Russell, Miss Angie got her alfalfa honey, and buddy, she loves it and wants to tell you thank you for getting her a bottle of it there.
Said she was gonna have to hide it from her husband.
Well, there's old Blaine with no E.
That's it, DC. You can always use your own comb, especially if you got a freezer to keep it in.
Well, you got yourself combined down to the 8. Lord willing, everybody's going to be good, strong colonies through your winter season. And the thing that you've done is went put them roofs over them things. All your hives, so you ain't got to worry about moisture as much besides doggone humidity on the inside of it. But
okay, you should be set then, DC. So he's got 5 strong double deeps and then 3 in the 5/5s.
Oh, that'll be your good, strong colonies coming in the spring. And it won't take you one split. You do 2 frame splits out of them, bam, right back on where you was.
But I'll get my coffee in the morning. Rhonda said I have like 6 freezers. Our problem is we have nowhere to put one. Like our little trailer is so small. There's really nowhere to put one. We'd have to put it on the porch, which would be okay, but it's just a matter of getting one.
Yeah. We just need to do it because we talk about it and then.
Don't worry about it, DC. Everybody has their moments.
Ronnie said, don't split them to death. That's it. Do 2 or 3 frames on your big ones. Set them on down. Y'all do your thing, girls. I'll see you in 21 days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I really 2.5, 3 weeks. You drinking more
Because it's
coffee?
only 8:15, and I'm already know.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Rodney already called me out. Yawning ain't allowed, Hannah.
Well, it's too early,
Mm.
especially since, we daylight saving time.
Tim's a builder. Build a building for the freezers.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a logical conclusion that one would come to. You ain't country till you put a freezer on the porch.
Well, I mean, that's it. That's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of people down here that's got a freezer on the
Everybody
back
I
porch.
know has a freezer on the back porch. Shoot, a good friend of ours got a freezer you could hide like 4 bodies in if you needed to. That sucker's like 32 feet long. I mean, no joke, it's the biggest freezer I've ever seen.
And packed full.
But they have like it's not a 2-acre garden anymore. They probably plant about a ½ acre every year.
But my word, it's enough to fill up that freezer and everything else they've got around there. And I think they've got 2 or 3.
And like every time he goes out to pick and he picks a bushel of whatever, peas or peppers or tomatoes or okra, he like goes down the church list. And every day when he comes in with another basket of vegetables, he calls the next person on the list and gives it away.
Is it Charlie?
Store pass. Yep. Oh no.
Well, hopefully they wasn't your last ones there, DC. To be able to.
Yeah, because weren't those your good ones? No, your good ones were the ones you made, wasn't it? I can't remember. I think he said his best queens turned out to be the one he raised. And the store-bought ones was the ones that was failing
It
on
wouldn't
him.
fail.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, hey, let it go. DC, don't feel bad. Most of us have no idea what our genetics are. We just got mutts, unless some folks that just know the people and say, okay, this is a particular genetic. I know what I want.
I don't think that can happen down here. Nobody knows.
No, there ain't no telling what's what. Miss Dan said we just filled our freezer with a 350-pound hog. Need a second freezer for the half Angus we have coming in January. That's what I'm talking about.
No, it's just DC's mutts. They'll be okay, DC.
Mm-hmm.
I got Sooners. They ain't updated to mutts. That's hilarious.
Well, I couldn't tell you what ours are, but everything we got out there, thank goodness, is gentle. The Lord willing. They're kind of.
Oh yeah, they got the attitude adjustment after you made them clean the frames, didn't they?
Yeah, they got 2 double deeps to clean up. Was their punishment for being ugly?
It's the other orange one for you. Yours is on this thing.
I think so. Or one.
But you can probably.
Oh yeah, because you got a charger. Golly.
You have a charger too, dear.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Got you plugged in. What we got here?
Ronnie got something. I bet you it's a picture of some dumplings rolled out.
Bang, you hit it.
That's right.
You hit it.
Uh-huh. He's got them ready to go.
Let's see here. Let's get us out of the way. Man, got the rolling pin and everything. What is it? Doggone. It ain't. There's too much white. Too much white.
Yeah. Hey, have any of y'all ever made the fluffy dumplings instead of flat ones? Because I've never tried that.
Mm-mm. Did we freeze? We're
Mhm.
unfroze. Okay. We froze for a second, undoubtedly.
Moving or not moving is my classification. That's it. Them bees ain't never sassed me back. They'll sting the fire out of you if you make them mad enough, but they sure ain't never sassed me. Jasper.
I need to go down there and knock on
You
the
do,
boxes
do
and talk
you?
to ours. It's been a little while since we.
Yeah, go knock
Look at
on them
you
while
there.
it's dark. Wake them up. That'll make them happy.
Well, I know how bad it is when you're sleeping and somebody wakes you up.
Yeah, DC. But like you make up the dough like you would to make normal dumplings, but you use self-rising flour instead. I seen a mountain cooking lady make them,
Like, flip
and I was like,
they good.
I've never had them, but yeah, you make it a little bit stickier because you don't roll it out at all, and then you just pinch off like a little dough ball of dumplings and boil them, like just put them in chicken broth like you would a flat dumpling, but they fluff up and make like little biscuit bite looking dumplings, I guess is what you call it. I don't know.
Bam, Larimore says, yep.
Okay, so are they good? Cause like I was gonna try them, but I didn't know if I'd be wasting my time.
They're
I've never
good
done them like that.
as long as they're cooked through and through.
Not doughy in the middle.
If they're not too doughy in the middle, I mean, you got a little bit. Don't get me wrong. That's what gives it that good fluffy dumpling. But I have eaten some to where it's like they didn't cook these dumplings all the way through.
Oh, really?
For the most part. But yeah, heck yeah, they're good.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Well, you ain't asked me because
I did ask.
I told you with that when you asked. I said, yeah, they're good.
You didn't. I was just assuming you was trying to shut me up.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me I've had them before and they're good.
No, Miss Martha used to make them things. I bet you John's got her old recipe somewhere. I just about bet you John Phillips got her recipe somewhere.
Yeah, might have to talk to him. Yeah. He said, yep, they're good, but I'm fat. I like biscuits anyway.
I do want to try that meatloaf. Lisa sent a picture of that thing again. He made that Cowboy Kent's meatloaf again. I do want to try that. That joker's showing up a little
We
bit.
can do that one day this week. Yeah, I have found that making dumplings is a lot like making biscuits. I think dumplings are a little bit easier because you want them to be stiffer, so it's okay if you overwork them.
Mike Tanway said my mama his mama done them with maple syrup. Well, I bet you
I
they
would
give them
like
good
make
little
the
sweet.
dumplings for breakfast. That would be good. Are you talking about like putting the maple syrup in the dough?
Well, good evening, Farm All and Fords. Appreciate you dropping by.
Yeah, I was trying to get your name typed out in the chat.
That's the thing, DC. You don't want them too chewy. You just want them just right, cooked through just enough where you got a little bit of. You're gonna have a little bit in them. Don't get me wrong, but you can tell whenever them puppies ain't cooked good enough. But yeah, we'll try that old.
Yeah, because I've been wanting. I should have saved squash casserole for making the meatloaf. I can make another one.
He said cook in maple syrup.
Oh, cook them in maple syrup.
Hey,
I bet that would be good.
Get out of here.
I bet that would be really good. We might have to try that.
Yep, because we still got, thank God, love old 33-mile field and Mr. Dan.
We got a little maple syrup.
We got some maple syrup up there. Yeah, you get them bad
So
boys
what,
figured
did
out.
she just like put some maple syrup in a skillet and fry them up, or what? I mean, surely you don't boil them in maple syrup.
No, you probably just heat that maple syrup up and cook it in that hot syrup. Man,
Oh, now I have heard of like berries and dumplings. I've seen people do like blueberries and blackberries with them. Like you do up the berries like you're gonna make jelly or something, and then once you juice and all gets going, put the dumplings in and boil them in the berry juice and stuff.
sounds
Should
pretty
have
good
berries
too.
and dumplings.
What's that, Grayson? Good to see you, bud. Hope all is well over there in southeast Alabama. Okay, so I guess you cook them in the maple syrup, let that syrup get good and hot.
What, like just in a skillet?
Yeah, I mean, because when they put it in them vats, buddy, that stuff is hot when they cooking it in them vats. So it ain't gonna hurt it, I don't reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else is gonna caramelize on you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that. That sounds really good. Maybe throw some butter in there. He said I did mean to talk about good eating. Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's how we get all these better ideas on
Yeah.
something to snack on at dinner time.
Holidays only.
Grayson said everything is well. Plan to check some bees tomorrow. Haven't been out in the bee yard for a week. Us either, really, bud. We just pushing buttons on the computer, but
Mm,
just ain't a whole lot happening. Kind of, I guess, like
no.
everybody else for the most part. The only difference between us and folks in up there in the North Country is y'all got snow and we got humidity again.
Poor Blaine. He said, I'm starving. I was counting on my wife being hungry after I picked her up, but she was not.
Oh, yeah. That's
Hey,
when
it's about that time, Rodney. That's where we always end up.
yeah, it's derail time.
Mm-hmm.
We got our fuss out.
Yeah.
We shook our heads at folks.
Till my brain's rattled. I shook my head.
Then the local rednecks with the megaphone. So we've had a pretty good evening.
You got me craving some good chicken and dumplings now. DC's DIY honey warmer worked awesome. That's good.
Hey, if it works, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Do it. People thought we was crazy using a reptile light to hatch queens.
Grayson, you still got goldenrod? Ooh, that sounds good too, Larimar.
Yeah, some
I
Krispy
finally
Kremes
found where I wrote down that recipe the other day too.
for
For
homemade.
homemade Krispy Kreme.
He said it's been able to completely decrystallize the honey. Good deal. Hey, if that puppy works,
Absolutely.
ain't no need to go and spend no money.
Them things is getting expensive though. I about fell out last time we pulled through a Krispy Kreme. We got a dozen glazed and a dozen,
Mix
like
and match.
3 different flavors of jelly filled or whatever. And but it was like $39 for 2 dozen donuts.
Yeah, it
I
was
had a heart attack.
outrageous.
Oh, redfish, that's sad.
Well, if you get down here sometime, we'll get you a pot of them bad boys going, whether it's just regular dumplings or fluffy ones.
Mm-hmm. I'll work on fluffy ones because I ain't never made them before.
And I'll try them out, let y'all know how well she's doing.
But I'd make you a pot of chicken and dumplings if y'all ever got down here. Nobody should go without them. I finally got my potato soup fixed this week.
Ooh, buddy, let me
I
tell
made
y'all
a
what.
big pot of potato soup.
And it was good. There you go, Brian. Man said, bam.
Cha-ching!
Sure you don't want to?
Uh-huh. Are you kidding me? I could too, Mr. Dan.
Yeah, what's wrong with you,
No
children?
joke. You give me a good, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 hours. That dozen donuts will be gone. I can't eat them all at one time anymore, but especially if I have an unlimited, like a never-ending coffee pot, I'm good.
We will get on a kick of them puppies every once in a while and just eat them
Can't get
until,
off of them.
yeah, then it's like, I'm done with them for a little while.
But he said they had 5 boys in a church class, and they didn't finish off a dozen donuts. All 5 of them put together.
They was waiting for Mama to make them some microwave macaroni and cheese, probably.
Oh, man.
I would pick on the boys at my church just the same, Mr. Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Probably worse, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What's wrong with y'all?
Shoot, Ollie can polish off a dozen donuts by himself. And he don't look like he weighs 60 pounds. I kind of wish I had another bowl of that potato soup now since I talked to you.
DC, in reality, if we're all honest about things, we all have an issue somewhere in beekeeping that we struggle with. If folks are honest, kind of thing.
And there ain't no lying allowed at gun line meetings.
No. Okay, I mean, we still trying to figure out, our biggest one's the blasted beetle, which we pretty well got a hold on that, but
Thank the Lord.
the M's are a problem, the beetles are a problem. Cod out there being surrounded by the ants, problem. Keeping them through winter for the ones of you up there in the North Country.
Mr. Dan.
So I let him know
You
can't
better
waste.
don't waste a good donut.
That's it. Hand them here. I'll take them to the house, get rid of them for you.
That's it.
Or
And
probably
you
before I
pop
get
that
there.
puppy in the microwave for 7 or 8 seconds, and it just about tastes like the first one.
All right. Keith Larimore, bee or honey question of the week. If the inside of a colony is around 95 degrees, why do experts say it starts to deteriorate
At 90.
at above 94? That's what I read.
I have no idea what.
Me neither.
Brian, you're the smartest one in the group.
I'm going to say if the colonies, yes, they're typically around 95 degrees, and the experts say they deteriorate above 94. And that's probably somebody that did some science. And
Brian said hardly.
okay, there we go.
There's got to be more of an explanation coming.
Well, it's just the same thing as going back on the poor man's incubator we done.
Okay, Redfish and Mr. Dan are saying, let's see, Redfish, I think the upper limit's about 125 degrees. Mr. Dan said, I thought it started to break down around 120. Hey, Matt.
Well, I imagine so. If you got around that high, you're going to start having heat stress and this and that on them, and they got to get cooled off just the same as we would. But we were being told, oh, y'all ain't, the only way them queens is going to hatch if they're at 90 something degrees, constant temperature, this and that, so on and so forth.
Or something.
And y'all, we had a mercury thermometer in that thing that sat right by those queen cells. and it stayed at a consistent 86 degrees in that aquarium. And we hatched 36 or 37 queens out of that in one season.
I have to go back on the official record and look here.
DC says nature isn't consistent. Things that go up and down. Well, Matt said I'm picking up 20 deep boxes on Wednesdays, getting ready for next year's expansion. Well, good deal, brother. Lord willing, it'll take off for you, especially if you're getting them now. That way, coming into spring, you'll be able to get some show enough splits going on or get them girls built up however you want to, then take and expand for, or prepare to expand for next year. But yeah, bro, we pray that things go good for you. Just don't put them in a greenhouse. Hot house. Correction. Yeah, hot house. Flying squirrels are throwing acorns. I don't know if y'all hear that. Got Jasper's attention now. He said, yeah, I'm still picking up the additional gear that I was already planning on. It'll let me get rid of all the clutter gear. Yeah, we're going to have to get out there for too long. We got a couple boxes that Lance had that were never put together, frames, foundation, all that good mess. It is a good winter project. We got a big old block of wax back there we need to do something with, and it should be plenty enough to do all our frames, put them boxes together. And I guess our boxes have been sitting at the old place for so long, we just gonna leave those two up there and see if some warm season does anything different. Because really and truly for us, we're at November, middle of November almost. All right, the middle of November. So December, January, really about 3.5 months, we'll be cranking back up around here. So there ain't no need in going up and get stuff, bringing it back home and turning around and taking it right back up whenever we'll be back in season and just before Quick gets ready pretty much. Mm-hmm. Now we have seen the camellias are starting to bloom down here, and they'll pretty well bloom through winter. And we was up at the old place last weekend, had to go up there and work on a few things around there, and we got to noticing them old camellia bushes around that old house, and buddy, they are full of honeybees up there. Yeah, that's right. We was over at her daddy's a while ago, and the camellias are just now starting to bloom over at her daddy's house over there, and they was having a run. I'm going to assume some of our bees out of the camellias to get some of the flowers a while ago. DC said at least 4 months off here, just getting started with the nasty weather. Oh no, they keep jawing. We're going to have a dry, warm winter, which, to be honest, is a typical winter for us for the most part. But we'll see how things really go. I'm hoping the farmers this year be planting soybean, and we'll be able to get a good run off all that soybean coming in, because they did cotton year before last, they did peanuts this year, and usually they rotate everything out, and it should be soybean this year, hopefully. So, Lord willing, they'll get picked up on that, and maybe we'll have a decent privet run in the beginning. All right, Larimore says they start cranking up about mid-February too. So, yeah, we ain't too far away. We jawing about winter problems and issues right now, but it won't be too much longer, ma'am. Yeah, it ain't gonna be long for it to be over. We'll be all jawing about swarm traps and waxing foundations and splits and queens and so on and so forth.
All that fun stuff.
Well, that's good to know, Mr. Dan. Hopefully that'll be what they plant this coming season. If they get that nitrogen, if the peanuts put nitrogen back in the ground, it'll help that soybean take on off. If that be the case, and everybody that doesn't, pretty well everybody that plants around here, they all on the same schedule, or everybody's planting the same thing. And we are surrounded by fields of each year, whatever they plant. So it could be one of those phenomenal seasons as we've had before, to where we literally could not keep up with them putting boxes on there. It seemed like I think it was our second year, our second season. We literally, it took everything we had to keep up with them, and we were still getting real close to being honey bound. But the privet did real good that year. I can't remember if the soybean was going that year or not, but I know for sure the privet was getting it. And it'd be nice to have one of those show enough honey seasons like that. But either way, we'll take whatever the good Lord gives us and be thankful for what we get. See, Rodney says the only issues I have are that the cutouts haven't stopped yet. I have one next Saturday. We're hoping we got this one. Waiting on the woman to get back with us and this and that. See how it goes. If not, then we'll just carry on to the next one. We've been trying to work back and forth with Dirt Rooster, help him out a little bit on a few, but it's like when he calls, we're in the middle of a job, or whenever we're in the middle of a job, he's got somebody else there to kind of come help out Pete with some stuff, this and that. But Lord willing, we'll be able to get with him in the next couple weeks and go over there and help Randy with those cutouts, whatever he's got going on.
Oh, he kept my chair in.
Hey, man. What was that at the same? Hey, chill out, we're on TV. Gary said, I just worry about spraying from chemical farmers. We've never had an issue with the farmers around. Every time they have sprayed or do spray, we never had any issues here at the house. And one of the fields is, I don't know, you could literally throw a rock across the road to it. And then whenever we had the bees up there at Lance's literally had his bees about 10 feet from the property line, and there's 100 acres up there that they plant every year. And whatever them dudes are spraying,
it just keeps the pests there.
Yeah, we don't
seem bothered with that.
No, the bees, we ain't never had a dead out from any of the farmers around here spraying. But I could not tell you what in the world they're putting on them crops.
It would be helpful if he'd just sit in his own chair. That'd be a really good start. He don't want his own chair, though. He wants to share with me. But he's just so cute. I can't tell him no.
Gary, Mr. Dan is up in Pennsylvania.
Way
And-
up in Pennsylvania.
And Gary did send, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but Gary made a great suggestion the other night or last week. You know, we were talking about we can't remember where anybody's at. We know I know your names, and we know most of your real names, but trying to remember what state somebody's from.
Mm-hmm.
He said we ought to get an extra box and have folks send us stickers, and we put their stickers on a box, a high body, and put it up back here behind us or something somehow, or get some kind of like a poster board or something like that of it. Make a board
Mm-hmm.
and get folks to send us their labels or stickers,
Mm-hmm.
and we put them on there, and then we can just go.
I know where you're at.
I know exactly where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine Keith Spillman, he already cut out. It's what, 10 o'clock over there, y'all's time almost.
Mm-hmm.
But forgot to ask him about his neck of the woods and where Brother David said he grew up right there by Keith, or in that general
I don't know if he's still
area.
here or not. Because we did that last week. We waited till the very end when he was gone. What does he call it? The Uwari Mountain, I think.
Don't get me turning tails on
I'm
that.
pretty sure that's what he called. I cut the snot out of the inside of my finger.
I did too. See mine? I'm not going to show y'all. I'll show her. Look at that.
Yours is bigger.
I did. Thank God for calluses. I will say that. Thank you, Lord, for real.
Hey, did y'all should have seen me. It was like I was using my entire body weight and could not. I was literally picking myself up on that countertop trying to cut through them stupid corn cobs. But he come to my rescue after he laughed at me for a minute.
I had to.
And then he cut the snot out of his finger.
I sure did.
I'm like, that's what you get for laughing at me.
It was my own stupid fault because I had one end of that knife down, cattywampus, and I was just, kind of like, I told her, I said, we need one of them old paper shredders like you had in school where it had the big old long, you do the deal.
Mm-hmm.
But all we had is basically a beefed up filleting knife in a sense.
It's a chicken filleting knife.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good knife, but I had it kicked up. I took my finger like an idiot and I stuck it down up underneath that blade and just went to go through that cob, and I went through my finger too. And I told her, I said, I
Get
need
a Band-Aid.
Get a Band-Aid because it's fixing to go everywhere. And thank goodness it just got that thick old callus off there.
It'll grow back.
It'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, I like that, DC. The Fellowship Honey Country map.
There we go. Yeah.
As Gary said, a huge map of the U.S. would be cool. You could put stickers on where they're from.
Bam. That's it.
The Fellowship Honey Country map. I like that.
Screenshot that so I don't forget.
Somebody's got to put another comment where it'll go above the heart.
Somebody put a emoji or something in there so it'll go cool.
2 comments. That'll make it go above the heart.
DC said
one
boom.
more boom, DC.
Go bam.
There you go. Perfect. Now I can screenshot it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Too many
I
buttons.
didn't put them together.
Quick.
Perfect.
Got it.
We got it.
Kapow.
He's gonna do the Batman stuff.
Kapow. I can see them now. Everyone in pow, bang, boom.
All of them. Now you can cut off bunions and corns.
That Joker showing up done it. It went right on down through there.
Oh my gosh. You're not going to start using my kitchen knife for that all the time. That's my favorite knife.
I'll wash it good. We ain't got a dishwasher, but we got hot water. So
we do have hot water. Oh my gosh. Jasper, this is very uncomfortable.
Makes him get down.
I'm fixing it up. My back's green. That's true.
Well, it ain't been too long. We got a few more minutes. We'll be wrapping it on up for too long. What else? What else?
I don't know. A
Thinking of
regular
mine.
dermatologist.
Yeah.
No worries, DC. We missed you.
Hey, there's sometimes that we get it. You just got to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kind of thing. And I mean, that's for us too. I'd love to sit down and watch the videos every time that buzzer goes off of what people's got, but I know if I just do that all the time, I will be burnt out, and it will just. I guess I don't want to burn myself out watching what you got.
Nah, I didn't
was
put
not
up
fun
no
2 days.
callus with my squash in there.
Uh-oh.
You didn't see Larry Moore's comment?
I mean, I did, but whenever it was time for my weekly bath a while ago,
Weekly bath.
yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I did take and
It
pull
ain't
that.
Saturday.
Listen to me. I pulled that piece of callus off and I laid it up on where you turn the shower on right there.
Why did you do that?
Because I was looking, I was like, dang, that joker's showing up right there. Then I pulled it off and I was like, that thing just about big as between a nickel and a quarter.
There's some things you shouldn't say on a public platform on a live stream.
Well, I didn't want you to look in there and go, what in the world is this? And that way, whenever you do look at it, you go,
it's probably a good thing you can't stay, PJ. Typical Gunline Fellowship chat going on here.
I'm not the only one.
Kind of like saving a chunk of bubble gum. That's disgusting.
Pretty much. Put it up for later.
Oh, that's disgusting.
You look at it and go, yeah, I remember doing that.
Oh my word, my nose is itching. Yeah, I'm done talking about eating at this point. Talking about eating, talking about cows. Oh my soul.
Like I said, DC, don't fret, Bubba. On our
Rodney, that looks good. I'm gonna need you to bring me a bowl.
Let's see if it'll show this one this time, maybe.
That looks really good.
There we go.
That man's been cooking the whole time we've been on here.
Oh, will it get it? Nope. I'll go it.
No.
Well, that's what
that
Rodney's cooking.
Really good.
Load that baby up with some pepper.
And some cornbread. You making a pan of cornbread?
Well, we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate all y'all.
I'm with you, Redfish. Let's hold off on that. Oh my word.
Probably not two good subjects to have back to back. You know what I mean?
No.
Maybe a few out there that's squeamish. That's probably why the numbers started dropping. Oh my gosh.
Man. Now Gary's talking about bacon. Oh, good deal, DC. I was going to ask you about that, but I didn't know if it was safe to bring it up. So is she doing better? Like feeling better? Good deal.
That's right, Gary. Bacon is good in anything. The only thing we forgot, we went to 3 different grocery stores, 2 different grocery stores, and a dollar store the other day.
Looking for tea stuff.
Yeah, and whenever you folks from the North Country sent that Arctic polar vortex down here to all of us,
I had to make some spice tea.
yes, and it was. I'm glad you did because it was good, and it's spice tea time. Now I love that stuff, and you talk about keep your immune system built up, but without me getting into my doctorate degree that I don't have. we run to one. We went to the Hoggly Woggly, got what we thought, and then turned out we forgot something. So we had to go down to the other local little
No,
place.
they didn't have the
Pineapple juice.
stuff.
Yep. So we went down there, this and that, and she was getting all the stuff for that potato soup. And we were jawing the whole time. Well, we got to get a pound of bacon. That way we put some fresh
Some real
bacon bits.
bacon bits.
Yeah, we ain't no more got home, set groceries down. She looked at me and she said,
We didn't buy bacon.
we didn't buy bacon. No.
But then, yesterday morning, I had to clean out the freezer to make room for all the squash and corn. And I found a whole pound of bacon in that freezer that I didn't know was still in there.
Oh,
There, more that sucks. You might have to switch to coyote hunting for a couple days. No, I do not have a Piggly Wiggly t-shirt. They sell them, but I ain't bought one.
he spells it too.
What?
Larimore. They done run off.
Off.
I
Run off.
I yelled that to her the other day, or other morning. I don't know. It was the other day I was yapping about that. They done RUNDNOFT.
Oh, that sounds good too, Mr. Dan. I've never made a corn chowder.
I don't know. Have we ever had? I guess a chowder is kind of like a soup, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a thick soup. Kind of like a potato soup, I guess. That kind of consistency. I don't make a lot of chowders, though. Because, I mean, a lot of people do like corn chowder. Clam chowder is a big one. I've seen people do oyster chowder.
I imagine it's pretty good, though.
You can make just about anything good.
So what do you do? Pretty much do like a roux with that too? Make your roux and put your filling in there?
Yeah, chowder is milk, but instead of putting, I mean, basically, but like instead of putting beef or chicken broth, you put milk to make a chowder. Kind of like you do potato soup.
Okay.
Yeah, anything creamed. Tim says the Hoggly Woggly. I call it the Jiggly Piggly. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't call it nothing to do with a pig. I still call it mayonnaise because that's what it started out as.
Yeah, in all honesty, that's pretty much what we still say. I think it's been a Piggly Wiggly for
few years now, several years. I still call it mayonnaise.
We knew the gentleman that owned this particular franchise of grocery store, the Mannings, and like I said, it'd been that way for 25 years when he opened that store out here. And even still, that's what everybody says instead of Hoggly Woggly, what have you. Well, go to Mannings and get what you need. Oh, yeah.
So it's fun. 2 kinds of cheese.
She got from one of the ladies at church.
Got my Nanny Bear's recipe.
Yes, we got Miss Vera's potato soup recipe. And granted, well,
it ain't on blocks, but it is broke down.
I'm not sure if we could say Miss Vera is Yankee or Southern, because parts of Missouri, if I'm right, y'all correct me if I'm right,
She's Southern.
Were north and south back in the day. So I don't know if she was.
Because Jesse James was from the South.
Okay.
And he was from Missouri.
But one of the deacons at church, he married the love of his life back in the 60s or whenever it was, and he brought her home here
from Missouri.
And she knew nothing about the Southern cooking when she first got here. But let me tell you what, that woman can cook some Southern food now. I tell you.
The only thing is she won't eat grits. She can cook the fire out of them, but she won't eat them.
Right now, I don't have anything on blocks.
So it's not on blocks, but it is broke down.
Yeah, there's one with 4 flat tires out there. But it holds a lot of spare stuff that we use sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's made for
It's like a shed on wheels.
Yeah.
But the wheels won't roll.
I mean, we can air them up, but they've been.
No, Larimore, this one actually, it was shredded Velveeta cheese and sharp cheddar. And it was good. It was so easy too. Like it was a quart of half and half, 3 cups of milk. If you want some garlic and onion powder, you can. A little bit of salt and pepper, and the cheese and the taters, and mix it all together. But it makes a really big broth.
You know what to do next time with that?
Mm-mm.
Make the little bitty yeast rolls. Don't make them big ones like you've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Make them little fellas. That way you got
Dipping.
show enough. Clean up your sopping.
I have not made coffee gravy, Mr. Dan. That's why you wouldn't eat it. It's supposed to be really good.
I don't
It's like an
know.
old timey.
I trust y'all's opinion on it.
But no, I have not made the coffee gravy.
I tell
made
you
some
what,
tomato gravy not long ago.
if Lee comes back, or say Mr. Dan get down here, y'all have that.
No, but I think the other way around it's okay, Blaine.
You can do either or.
I ain't fixing to put gravy in my coffee and drink it.
Somebody probably said one day, I'm not fixing to put that honey in my coffee. And they did it, and they tried it, and they loved it.
Somebody was telling me not long ago that they put like burnt coffee in tomato gravy. I was like, I don't know about that.
That just sounds like an old cook that you don't want cooking for you back in old timey days. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like a lonesome dove. You know, what's his name whenever he was cooking them eggs and he's telling them, well, whatever your name is, you're getting them coffee grains all in the eggs.
Oh, yeah. Stumpy. No, he wasn't Stumpy in that movie.
What was it?
Groot.
Huh?
Groot.
That was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
It can be, Gary.
Was it coffee chowder? I'll have to check that out.
Gravy
I
on
think
the
we
grits.
talked about the cornmeal gravy, didn't we?
I think we did.
Last week. Yeah, because I was asking if anybody had ever had that one.
I don't think I've had gravy in my grits, though.
Mm-mm.
Now, that'd be pretty good, I'd say.
I don't think so. Maybe that's what I've heard of Larimore. That red eye gravy with coffee.
That'd be good.
But I'm fixing to let you have it.
Yep.
I can't sit here no more.
We fit mosey on. We got to start our big day again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
This and that.
Yeah.
Back to the real world, y'all.
Wait that. We'll do about 2 more weekend days.
Or make enough money where we can eat, at least.
I will say I'd much rather have the gravy on something like a chicken fried steak.
Man, what you talking about?
Hey, did we tell y'all about the garlic butter sauce? The cowboy stuff I made?
Oh, no.
I don't remember.
No,
We'll
we
tell
didn't
y'all
talk about
about that next week.
Remind us.
Mm-hmm. That'll be our food derail next week.
Yep. But
All right, y'all. I reckon.
we do appreciate y'all very, very much for riding it out with us.
Me too, Mr. Dan.
Hope every one of y'all have a blessed and good eventful week.
Rodney said he'll share his dumplings with you.
Send them on. Send me a big bowl.
Oh,
But
man.
till then, and the ones of you that catch us on the replay, thank y'all very much.
We love
Everybody in
y'all
the chat.
too.
Yep. Till then, God bless you. Lord willing, we'll see y'all on the next one.
Hope y'all have a good week.
Y'all take care. Go get your bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Well, guess that's it for today. See you next time at Gunline Bees.